Hello there, and welcome to the vet. My name is Veterinarian Daniel, and how are you doing today? That's good. And how are you doing today, little girl? So, I see you've brought Pixie. Oh, Pixie, it's okay. I got some treats in here, if that's okay with you. I don't think she likes being at the vet very much. Let me set these right there so they don't rattle all over. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah, she's a little bit scared. I don't think she's really used to being high up. They're more ground dwellers. Yeah. So we're just going to be giving Pixie a general checkup today, okay? Just to make sure that she's doing well and being a normal pig, and that she's not sick or nothing's wrong with her. So, because we are an exotic vet, we do see a lot of different breeds of animal, including pigs. So, just to make sure that I'm checking everything properly and not forgetting anything, I am going to be referring to this little guide right here, just so, again, I make sure that I'm checking everything properly and not missing any areas. And then I've got my clipboard here so I can write everything down and keep that in her health record here. And if you ever want to see her health record, or if you want to transfer to another vet, then you can just contact us and we will send you over her health record, either by email or we can give it to you in paper form. Because we write it down on paper, and then it just gets digitized by our office and administrative staff. So, the first thing that I'm going to be doing with Pixie is I'm going to be checking her body condition. Just making sure everything's fine. So, everything seems pretty fine. Her belly seems pretty good. She seems to be walking pretty well. I'm not noticing anything really... Ooh. Yeah. They like to sniff. So yeah, everything seems pretty fine. She's obviously breathing a little bit heavy because I think she's a little bit nervous up here. So everything seems pretty well with that. She's smelling everything. So everything seems pretty well with that. So I'm just going to put that down, that everything seems pretty well. Her chin seems pretty well. Definitely a bit chubby, but that's pretty fine. It's pretty good. Pretty okay. Here, Pixie, can you get over here instead, please? Over here. Would you like a treat? Is it okay if I give her one of these treats? They're blueberry and cream treats. They're made, I think, by Demore. I forgot what the name is. We have it in the back. But they smell like blueberries, actually. Blueberries and cream. Would you like one of these? They're like cats, kind of. You can click their tongue. You want one of these? Right here. 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 You got it? Some pigs have a little bit of trouble eating these properly. You gotta get them in their mouth pretty well. So everything seems pretty well with her body condition, as well as her weight. I know she was born March 11th of this year, so she seems to be growing pretty well. It's only been about 3 or 4 months, more months. So she seems to be growing pretty well for a pig her age. pretty healthy. Just important to keep the food to a good amount. Don't overfeed her, because they are pigs. They really go around all day just looking for food, so you're going to want to make sure that you're not overfeeding her too much. But they are pretty good at getting what they want. They'll squeal for food if they have to. Okay, so now I'm just going to want to check her head out a little bit. So everything seems pretty well. Everything that I'm checking is just general stuff you can pretty much see up close. Her head looks pretty fine. She's holding it up on her own. She's not tucking it in or shaking it. I mean, she's shaking the table a little bit, but her head seems pretty well. She's definitely a very healthy pig. Oh, what are you doing? What'd you do? Got my little otoscope there, so I can check her ears. Put that down there, because she's just gonna want to investigate and sniff and chew on everything. So, no problems with her head. Everything seems fine there. Everything is fine there. Yeah, if you scratch them enough, they'll usually calm down a little bit. You're okay, Pixie. You're okay, Pixie, Pixie, Pixie. Pixie, it's okay. It's okay, Pixie. Now what I'm going to want to do is check her eyes. So her eyes should be just like the human eye. When they see light, they'll detract. Or Pixie. When you shine a light in their eyes, her eyes are gonna get pinpoint, and then once you stop shining the light, then they're gonna go back to be pretty normal. Gonna expand. So, Pixie, can you look at me? Can you look at me? This pen light is finicky sometimes. Pigs, they're like cats. Dogs are pretty easy at the vet, but pigs and cats, they love getting up and moving around. So Pixie, let me see if I can... There you go, Pixie. So, can you look at me, Pixie? Okay. So her eyes, her pupils are acting normal. Yeah, so they're contracting normally when I shine a light in them. So her eyes are pretty fine. Come on, Pixie. Can't be near the table. Near the edge of the table. So, yeah, eyes are pretty fine. Acting normally. So eyes are acting normal. What, Pixie? What? You wanna look at that? Okay, so what are you doing, honey? Pixie! You can't root right now. So the next thing that I want to do is I'm going to check her ears. See how they're looking inside? Oh, Pixie, come on. No, Pixie. She wants to do what she wants. Pixie. Okay, Pixie. Let's check your eyes now, okay? Or your ears, sorry. Okay, Pixie, can you come here? So she's letting me look at that ear. So, okay. So, it's fine if they've got pretty moderate amount of wax. It's not too big of a deal. She's definitely got a moderate amount, but as said, that's fine for a pig. However, if it starts to build up a lot to where it's like clogging their ears, then it's probably a good idea to get all that wax cleared out. At home, to check, you can just use something like just a little pen light. You can even buy these online on like Amazon and stuff, so you can check theirs, or you can just use your phone's flashlight, or maybe in like a little magnifying glass. Have someone hold a flashlight in her ear, and then you can hold the magnifying glass. Okay. Can I check this one, please? I don't know if she wants me to check that one. She wants me to stay on her good side. Can I check this one, please? Okay. Pixie, come on. Might have to have you do it for me on this side. Okay. Being a veterinarian, you have to be quick with looking at things. Okay, she wants to root this again. Nope. Gotta stop her quick. No, Pixie. No. 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 Oh. No. Oh, Pixie. Pixie the piggy. Here, look at that light. See where that light goes? You okay, Pixie? Okay, let me look at that ear. Come on. Okay. So everything in that ear is looking pretty well. Just a moderate amount of wax, but again, like I said, that's fine. Or, no, I shouldn't put that there. She's gonna eat it. So moderate amount of wax is pretty fine. But again, you're gonna want to try and keep a good eye on that. Just really keep a good eye on all the different things with her weight, body condition, just the stuff that I'm checking. So, now what I want to do is I want to check the snout, and to do that I'm just going to take off the lens, or the specula is what they're actually called, and just look at it. But pigs, they don't really look up at the sky. They actually can't look up at the sky because of how their eyes are on their face. So instead I'm going to have to, let me see if I can move her. Oh, there we go, Pixie. Can I see yours now? Okay, so really what I'm looking for is any cuts or bruises or anything like that. With them being natural rooters and them wanting to, you know, get under everything, yeah, they love dirt, they love rooting in it. Yeah. Well, it's good you got a pen outside for her, because she just wants to lay down. A lot of times they also root so they can kind of get under blankets and get warm. You okay? Yeah, she definitely wants to go back home. So I'll try and wrap this up. So her snout is looking pretty good. Not seeing any cuts or bruises or anything like that, but with them being rooters and, you know, you gotta watch and make sure they're not rooting anything that might hurt them. or might cut their snout or anything like that, because any cut can, of course, get infected. So, Snout looks pretty good. She's good. She could get an Olympic medal for pig health. One of the things that I look at as well is breathing. However, it's not really an easy thing. You shouldn't be able to hear them breathing in ideal conditions. However, with her right now, she's definitely a little bit nervous being up, as well as, having a restricted area of movement. So she's definitely breathing a little bit hard because, she's nervous. But when she goes home, her breathing's going to get back to normal, going to return to normal. So, mouth and teeth, should I even attempt to do that? So, okay, I can see her little teeth there. So, not seeing anything too abnormal. Again, everything's fine with her, but it's still obviously important to get her brought in for general checkups just to make sure that everything's fine. Because once I start to get to know her, I'll know if anything's wrong, and hopefully you will too. So let me flip this over. Another thing with her breath is it shouldn't be, when she's breathing, it shouldn't be squeaky, or it shouldn't be, sneezy or anything like that, anything abnormal. But again, it's loud right now because she's nervous. But if you continue to notice that, then that might signal that there's an issue with her, that there's something wrong. One of the things could be lungworms, which is a pretty serious infection in the respiratory system. And just like all animals, respiratory infections are also something that can be common as well. Another thing is pigs do have tusk as well in their mouth. However, since she's a female, tusks aren't really anything to be worried about. Male pigs have to have their lower tusk trimmed. But for that, you're going to want to have a veterinarian who is experienced with that. I'm not experienced with that, so I do know another veterinarian here who is experienced with that, and he will actually come out to your house and do that for you. He can also do hoof trimming, because those also need to be trimmed, their hooves. So the next thing that I'm going to check is her abdomen. However, she's laying down right now, so it's a little bit hard to check, but it's not tight or distended or anything like that, so it's pretty fine. But one thing I do want to do is check her heartbeat if I can. So, my stethoscope here. Ooh, it's okay, baby, it's fine. Plus, it's a little bit warm in here. So. Checking breathing as well, so swap moving all over. Okay, so everything sounds pretty fine. I just wanted to make sure that I checked a lot of different areas because, like I said, she's breathing a bit heavy right now, so it was a bit hard to hear her heartbeat because of that. But plus, since she just ate a treat, I'm also hearing her digestive system as well in motion right now, so. Let's see. Get that back on right. So everything's pretty well with that. So, let me get that down. And also let me write down her mouth and teeth condition as well. Because I didn't write that down yet. Another thing is, I forgot to say this, but with her gums, you want to make sure that they're pink and moist. Any discoloring can signal, issues. Here, get this blanket off so you can see her. Oh, it's okay, Pixie. Pixie. And then her digestive system. I did hear that. Didn't hear anything abnormal. So she's fine in that department as well. She's just nervous, wants to get home, so. So, another thing is her skin. This pen light is always finicky. So everything's fine with her in that department. Her skin looks fine. Not noticing any lesions or anything like that, so everything's fine. I see she is getting spots. Oh, she didn't have those a few weeks ago. Yeah, pigs, sometimes they just decide to grow spots, but she's a Juliana, so, well, 3/4 Juliana, as I see on her paperwork. So, Julianas are usually have spots, so nothing abnormal with that. So everything with Pixie is fine. Her hooves look fine. I can see she's been in the litter box. Her hooves look fine, so I'm gonna give her a passing grade here and say she's definitely healthy. So thank you for bringing her in. I hope you have a good ride home, and I hope she has a good ride home too. Don't worry, Pixie, everything's fine. You're gonna get to go home now. You passed with flying colors. So, thank you for bringing her in, and I look forward to seeing you and her again, and look forward to getting to know her. So, everything's done, so you can get her up off the table and take her home, okay? It was nice meeting you again. Bye, Pixie.